What's good, Duke Nation? I'm your interim host for the day, Cayden Boozer, and I wanted to introduce our newest assistant coach, Jayce McCain. How does it feel to be on the pod for the first time, man?
It's actually my second time.
Oh, it was your second
So
time?
get your facts right.
Oh,
man.
my fault,
But,
my fault.
This is my first time being on it solo. I had my brother with me last time, so I'm excited to be back, man.
Yeah, so obviously he's been around the program for the last 3 years?
Yes, sir.
Last 3 years. He was a manager for a little bit, and now he's an assistant coach, and I just want to see, like how does that feel, like that transition?
Dude, it's definitely a privilege. Like, obviously, Coach Shire did not have to give me this opportunity, but much praise to him for giving me this opportunity, and I want to take full advantage of it. It's really a special opportunity to start my career. Like, a lot of people my age don't get this chance, and I want to reach my full potential within it.
No, for sure. And for people that don't know, Jayce really works out with basically all of our players on off days. Whatever it is, he's working with basically from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Like you're working
whenever
with
y'all
everyone.
need me. Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's handles, just a full workout. Like he really helps us with our player development. And obviously, that's a really big thing when you come to Duke. You have to improve while you're here, and he's a big reason for everyone's jumps that we've had, at least in the summer. So it's just I've been really happy to have him on staff, and I think you've been a game changer for us.
Appreciate that, Cade. That's some of the best things anyone ever said about me, so I appreciate it.
I got you. So let's start getting into the questions.
Yes, sir.
Just take us through your background, what got you to this place and just your whole background.
Yeah, so I'll start. Yeah, I played Division II basketball at Cal State San Marcos. Bet you don't know where that is, Cade. You want to guess?
Feeling San Diego.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, I went to San
Okay.
Diego one time.
Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Okay. Bet you didn't go to Cal State San Marcos. But I played Division II, and had a great career there. And I always knew I wanted to get into coaching, especially once I saw Jared's development and how I feel like I had a hand in that. And so once Jared committed to Duke, I didn't want to tag along and be that brother that just tagged along. My mom was very adamant about me going to grad school, getting my master's, and being a part of the team. And so, my mom pitched it to Coach Shire, and they were like, well, if he gets into school, then he can be a part of it. Now, I didn't think they thought I was going to get into school, Cayden. But I got in, and it all worked out. And I think it worked out better than they were expecting, since they allowed me to be a part of it, the team now. It really started from my mom, just kind of pitching that idea to Coach Shire, and it went from there. And I had to get into school by myself, did that, and now I've been a part of the team the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, Obviously, everyone's journey is different than others,
sir.
Obviously, your brother came here and he played here. And, I mean, all of us have a different journey. So the fact that you started from a D2 and you're here as an assistant coach, did you always, vision yourself being a coach? Or when did that, switch change from, being a player to becoming a coach?
Yeah, I think so. Backstory. I got blood clots my freshman year of college, and during that time, I really, I had time to think about what do I want for my future. And I think during that time, I was like, okay, my brother has a chance to be really good, so let me give my all to Jared. And in that moment, I was also like, well, I think I can also coach. And so the last few years of my college career, I kind of knew I wanted to get into basketball. And, things shaped out perfectly for me, and now I'm here.
No, that's amazing. So you've been here for 3 years now. What would you say is your favorite part about the Brotherhood and Duke in general?
That's a good question. I think, just how prestigious Duke basketball is, the history, and how Coach Shire has been able to keep the level, as high as he's kept it the last 3 years. it's just it's the highest level of college basketball. It's the epitome of college basketball, and to be a part of that, to be a small part of it is an absolute blessing to be a part of.
How do you feel like, obviously like you're in a different lens now in the program, since you were kind of like a manager, grad assistant in a way for the last 2 years, and now you're as a fully on the staff. Like, how do you feel like your perspective on the program and like just being a part of the Brotherhood? Like, how do you feel like that's changed?
Yeah, it's definitely changed. I mean, there's some more perks to it as well. You know, I'm getting paid now.
I mean, that's real.
That's awesome. But I get a more inside look. So I get to be in all obviously the coaches meetings. Last year and the years prior, I wasn't able to get that inside look, and I just have more of a feel and idea of what Coach Shire wants our program to look like. And so that perspective is very different. It's very cool to see how this prestigious place, this prestigious coaching staff goes about things.
Nah, for sure. So, obviously your role as in player development is a big thing here. So what would you say like your typical day is like?
Ooh, yeah. Shoot, I'm just gonna give you a day in the life, Cayden Boozer, if that's okay.
Oh,
with
okay.
you.
No,
Okay.
I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah. So a regular day where we have practice, I usually wake up at 5:30. I'm not trying to flex like I have a crazy routine, but that's when I like to watch practice.
You
And so,
do the alarm like on the phone, or you have like the Alexa?
what
you got going on?
I just do the phone.
Oh,
But
okay.
you remember the Ashton Hall?
You do
remember
that?
the ice? Yeah, I do. No, I don't do that. But yeah, so I wake up at 5:30, watch practice, figure out things you guys need to get better at, and create and edit. And then I'll come here, have breakfast with have the masterpiece of salmon V.
Oh,
It's
it's a masterpiece.
special.
Edit a picture into it now.
I don't know if they do that, but
Probably
carry
not, but
on.
it's fine.
And then I'll go upstairs to where we meet and continue working on whatever project I'm working on. Sometimes I'm working on player development edits for Coach Shire, or an edit maybe for you to go through film, or Caleb, one of the guards. And I'll work on that for a few hours, and then we'll usually meet with Coach Shire for an hour or two. That's where we prep for our practice, and then it's practice time, and then after whatever work y'all need to get done, I'm helping out with that. I would say my busiest days are the off days, because that's when all you guys hit me up to work out, which I love. So like you said, I'll be in the gym from 8 to 6, and just running workouts for y'all, whatever y'all need to get better at. And I love those days, just helping y'all out as much as I can.
Yeah, I mean, like touching on that those workouts, like what would you say is your mindset when you're going into a workout with, say, me or Nick, or like what's your mindset going into that?
Yeah, I would say like my approach to player development is more so like live reads. That's something Coach Shire has very, very much emphasized this last year, is making it as live as possible. Now, sometimes I'm not the best look for you guys, because I'm not what a high major basketball player looks like, but I bring that big pad in.
Oh yeah, you do. You be
I
blocking our shots. I can't lie.
Shots, yeah. So just trying to make the reads as live as possible. So I'll give you an example, like reading the low man. So if I come up, we do this all the time. I come over, you're spraying it to the corner.
Yep.
If I don't come over, you're finishing over over length. Just trying to make it real game situation for you guys.
On a little bit of a different note, obviously now that you're part of the staff, you get to go on some nice recruiting visits and get to kind of meet with the future players of Duke. So like, what has that process been like? How does that feel?
Dude, that's awesome. That that Coach Shire and the staff trust me to go on the road to help project who's going to be next in line in the Brotherhood. I didn't think I would have that responsibility first year, and the fact that they're giving me that trust is awesome. And it's really fun to go watch high school basketball. I've always loved. I mean, I've followed you and your brother's career, since you guys were 8th graders. So just tracking these kids from when they're young and all the way up to their senior year is a really fun process to be a part of.
No, for sure. Because especially when you're able to be in situations like UIBL or
Mm-hmm.
Adidas, whatever it is, it's always good games, it's good players. So I think it's always interesting to see it from like a different lens. Because even here, like when we see the kids like on the visits, like
Yeah.
thinking back like when I was on
Mm-hmm.
visits, like it's so different. But like, it's still so cool to see it from like a different perspective.
For sure.
Um, One thing I want to ask you is, what's the thing that's impressed you the most about Coach Shire since you've been on the staff, or just in general since you've been here?
Dude, just the amount of work that he puts in, like specifically basketball. It's amazing how much he's on top of our team. You know, like offensively, defensively, game situations. Obviously whatever we need to work on, he's on top of, and how quick he is to recognize it on the court as well, and just how he is as a leader to you guys, to our staff. He's very intentional with how he leads, and what I mean by that is he's just going to tell you directly what you need to work on. He's so he's straight to the point. He's not going to sugarcoat it to you, but he's also not going to get on you and try to pull you down. But he's just going to give you exactly what you need to work on, and from there you develop from there. There's so many things, Coach Shire. I could give you, but that's the one I'll give you, Coach.
Nah, for sure. I think the thing that's surprised me the most is just how competitive he is about literally anything. Like whether it's a shooting competition, whether it's practice. He's just the most competitive person I know, and like he's crazy in a good way. Like he's watching film from all hours of the day. You know, he might send you a clip at 4 a.m. Like he really cares, and I feel like that's the thing that's impressed me the most about him.
Yeah,
And now,
and also there's so much that goes into being a head coach off the court that you guys probably don't even know, and he handles that with so much grace as well.
all right, so for the most serious question that we've had today,
Oh Lord, what is this gonna be?
who's the best shooter on the staff?
Let me see. I'm gonna go Coach Shire.
Ooh,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't. Sewell's up there.
yeah, Sewell can shoot it.
Sewell can shoot it.
His jumpers, he got an old man jumper though. He's like
He got the OG. He got the
he got
shot.
the OG jumper, but it goes in.
Yeah, no, it's cash. But I'll go Coach Shire.
Yeah.
I've seen him win the most shooting competitions. Now, have any of y'all beat Coach Shire in the shooting competitions this year?
I think the only person that's beaten him this year.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2 people beat him. I think Nick beat him, and I think Caleb beat him.
Okay.
I lost him by 1 shot. I was so mad.
You did, yeah.
I did. So did Seabass. So we've had a lot of close ones. Actually, I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna lie, that's not true. In the beginning, like when we first got here, he was beating us really bad.
Yeah.
Well, not me, but like the rest of our team. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Shire can shoot it. Dildy. Well, I've only seen him shoot a few times, so I don't know.
Have you seen Dildy's jumper?
His jumper doesn't look bad though.
It doesn't. No, it's beautiful. Yeah, that wasn't a diss or anything.
No, it's not a diss. I just haven't seen him shoot enough to give him the number 1 spot.
Coach Ty can really shoot it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you can really shoot it, but you like to get into your bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm more of a bag work type of guy.
That's real. So, like, in your opinion, obviously, player development's like your main role here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you say like a good player development program? Like, what do you think that looks like?
I think it's very player specific. So for each player, like we'll just take you for example. This is not something you need to work on. I'm just going to give you random stuff. Like say you need to work on ball handling and reads out of a ball screen. Like I want to tailor that workout to work on your ball handling and working on coming off those ball screens. And the second part of that is going against live bodies, like I've already said. So making those, those live reads against, against some real players, and making it as game-like as possible.
Yeah. I think another thing that I think is underrated when it comes to player development is just how important like your work is, like the things you're working on, like it has to translate to game and like translate to what your team's doing. And I feel like you've done a great job of that. Like in all of our workouts, I feel like it translates to what we're doing as a team. And I feel like that's something that I think in high school a lot of kids, they're not thinking about like what's important for the team. Like in their player development, they're more focused on, getting into their bag, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And obviously those things are like great to have in the moment, but especially here in college where the game's so fast, like you have to be able to like play like within the team, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something that you've done a great job at.
Thank you, man. Yeah, you absolutely have to be in alignment with what your head coach is saying. Because
Yeah.
if I was over here working on 20-20 cross with you and to a mid-range pull-up, Coach Shire would lose his mind.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
what are you doing, Jayce? Like, so you definitely have to have that alignment between your head coach and what your coaching staff wants and player development.
Yeah, I think a question that I have is how do you deal with like, because obviously player development is also mental too. So how do you feel like you deal with like the emotional growth for like the players and like obviously that physical growth? Like I feel like both kind of coexist. So how do you feel like you take that into consideration?
No, for sure. You have to have a feel of what that player is going through at that time, and maybe you tailor a workout just to get someone's confidence built up within that workout. And I also want y'all to know that I'm always here to talk. Like I'm younger. I'm the youngest guy on staff. Not to bag on the older staff here, but I feel like not that I've been in y'all's position, but I can relate, and I've seen my brother, my brother's year here, and there's ups and downs. So I just hope that everyone on the team knows that you can always come talk to me, and I have a pretty good feel for what y'all are going through because I dealt with it with my brother.
No, for sure. And obviously, college is. I mean, it's a tough space. You're gonna go through some ups and downs, and
Absolutely.
having coaches that believe in you and like you can always go to and trust is like it's super important. And obviously, you being younger and kind of like being someone that you can kind of like relate to in a sense, because obviously the coaches. I mean, the coaches did play here, so like they understand it to an extent, but it's different now with everything with social media, NIL, all those things. So I feel like having someone that's younger that you can kind of relate to has been big for all of us, to be honest.
Sure.
I think a question that I have is, obviously you worked out Jared like since he was in high school. So how would you feel like your philosophies as a player development coach has like changed since you were working out Jared in high school and like right now? If it has.
No, it's definitely changed. Like I learned so much being here and being a part of this program. So definitely like within our program, we have specific shots that we want to take. With Jared, I feel like, we worked on probably more mid-range jumpers than we needed to. And so being a part of this program, like we kind of talked about, you have to be aligned with what your head coach and your coaching staff wants. Like what kind of shots, do we want to take? And so the shots that we want to take, we want to work on in our player development. And there's a bunch, just the way we play as a team and our play style, like that, it's very much catered. My player development programs are very much catered to how we want to play.
No, for sure. I mean, I feel like it has to be at this level. You can't just do your own. I mean, to an extent, you can. Obviously, you have to evolve your game, and you do like those things every once in a while. But you can't not do what the coaches are telling you. Because you're not gonna play. Sorry for any younger viewers that think that's not how it goes.
No,
but
it's a big wake-up call.
It is. It's how it goes. So for the younger hoopers that might want to be here or get to this level, what would you say is like a ideal workout that they can have for right now?
Yeah, I think hitting all aspects of being an elite basketball player, which is, obviously ball handling, finishing, and then a lot of shooting. If you look at the NBA, there's a bunch of dudes getting paid to shoot the basketball. So you should get hundreds of shots up a day, hundreds of makes up a day, and, different kinds of shots on the move, off the dribble, out of ball screens, out of specific actions. I would say shooting is the number one thing that most players should be working on. But at the end of the day, dude, if you don't compete and play hard and know what your coach wants to do, you might not ever be able to get on the floor to shoot the ball. So
For sure.
I want the young viewers to know that competing and having a high basketball IQ is probably first and foremost the most important thing that you need to work on.
Nah, it definitely is. Obviously, shooting is a big aspect of just the game in general. Just because, I mean, like you said, some people just they get paid 150 mil just to shoot corner threes. Obviously, like that's an important thing that you want to do. Obviously, if your dream is to make it to the NBA, you have to see how the game's translating and changing and evolving. So, I feel like shooting is a really big thing. And what would be your perfect shooting workout for a young player or any of us?
Yeah, a perfect shooting workout is obviously shooting a bunch of threes, and I would say in various ways. Like I said, on the move, stand still, off the dribble, reading closeouts, so pump faking, one dribble, sidestep three, both ways, and also doing specific drills that put you under pressure to make shots. So yeah, we do time drills that you got to make a certain amount of shots in a row in this duration of time, and just putting some game pressure on you as much as you can to make it as game realistic as possible.
Yeah, those time drills. Ooh, some good drills right there.
Yes, sir.
And now for the final part of this podcast, we're gonna do some rapid fire questions.
Ooh.
The last song you listened to. You can look at your phone, like.
Yeah, real quick. Oh no, I already got it. Now I'm Up by Babyface E.
Babyface E.
I don't know if the viewers are gonna know that.
I don't know who that is,
Okay.
but you got to put. I'm gonna listen to him after this.
Okay, I'll put you on, bro.
Okay,
I'll send
put
you
me
a
on. Put
playlist.
me on.
Yeah.
What's your best memory? All time memory.
Yeah. So it was probably me leading my team to our first league championship, but that's my individual one. My favorite hoops memories probably overall is probably my brother getting drafted.
Yeah,
that's hard. That's hard to top. Yeah.
I mean that got me emotional when he got drafted, man.
When Jared got drafted,
Yeah.
you cried. You shed a tear for my brother when Jared got drafted.
Of course.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Real one.
You know, speaking of Jared, one of our rapid fire questions is just how is he doing? You know, obviously he had a tough injury last year, and now there's a report about his thumb. I think it's his thumb.
Yeah.
So how is he doing?
No, he's doing awesome, man. He actually just he had surgery today. FaceTimed me during a meeting, and he was I'm sure everyone has seen it. He was not in the right mindset. He was sedated with drugs, and he was just saying a bunch of funny stuff. And he actually talked to Coach Shire too during the meeting, and it was a funny interaction. But he's doing well. He'll be back within a month, I would say. And we like to look at things very optimistically, and we believe that this happened for a reason, and that he'll be better for it. And so I'm excited for him to get going with his year 2, man.
No, for sure. I mean, the one thing I've learned about Jared over the years is he has one of the strongest mentals I've ever seen. Like, he's always smiling on the court. Like, even when he's not playing at his best, he's always smiling, and he always has just a good mindset. So, just props to him.
Yeah,
you know.
Yes, sir.
You know, our next question is, favorite hooper that's not your brother.
It's definitely Steph Curry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
It's hard to debate that one, but yeah, the greatest shooter of all time.
Unrelated question. Do you think Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time?
No question. But I wasn't obviously there when Magic Johnson played.
Yeah. I mean, I have a hot take, but I don't think I can say it.
No, say it, bro. We're here.
I think Magic Johnson in the modern era is prime Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
It's a hot take. It's a hot take.
You might have to take that one out, Nolan and DB. Don't disrespect. Oh, yeah, never mind. I can't even get into that. But no, Ben Simmons was elite, but Magic Johnson, I think, is another tier.
If you watch the film, like we should call this out. But if you watch the film, their games are very similar.
No, they do. They're pass first.
I mean, obviously, Magic's a way better player than Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the duration of his prime
it's way longer.
Yeah, but those 2 years that Ben had were special.
That's what I'm saying. I'm some of those 2 years, not the. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. But good trolls.
Good trolls.
Interesting question here. If you could pick a countdown song, intro song,
Wow.
what would it be? Remember, you have to know the audience that we
I
have
know
here.
you have to have a good feel. I've never thought about this. Yeah, probably some Drake song. Yeah,
Mm.
I'm sorry for the basic answer, but that always gets the crowd going. What was Jared's was the
Jared did
Lil
Just Wanna
Uzi.
Rock,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy. You remember that?
'Cause we were talking about it because we were trying to pick out
Oh
our
yeah,
songs.
yeah. You got yours already. Don't say it. 'Cause we
Yeah,
got a surprise. You
I got
it.
two. That's all I'm saying. I got two.
So you're debating,
No,
or you're
like
you're
I
gonna
have.
play two.
Yeah,
You can do that. Has that ever been done before?
I don't think it's ever been done, but they said I could do
Ooh,
it. So
okay.
we got a little transition in
Let's
here.
go.
It should be lit.
Yeah.
Then our last question of the pod. We have a 3-point competition, 3-point contest at Countdown. Who do you think's gonna win? And all team members can.
Everyone's playing.
I think I don't know if the coaches are playing or not, but if they are,
Yeah, all the players. So Thursday in practice,
Mhm.
everyone will get a chance to do it. The top two will advance and countdown. Is the plan.
Oh, so only two are going.
only two are playing then.
I think so.
Yeah.
Top two advance from practice.
So who do you think would win out of all the team members?
I'm gonna have to go with my vet, Caleb Foster, man.
Mm,
I think he's been in the he's been in the bright lights of Countdown,
for sure.
and I think he's gonna do it, man.
I mean, obviously, the pride of myself. I'm gonna say myself
For
but,
sure, as you should.
Also, I think someone that might win is DH because
No, yeah,
when DH gets hot, he makes a lot. So
for sure.
I mean, it could be Slim, it could be C-Foss, it really could be any of us.
Mhm.
It just
No,
depends who's hitting that day. To be
For
honest,
sure. But I'm going C-Foss, man.
I got myself, and then
That's as you should, brother.
yeah, and then Iffy, I got Iffy too.
Ooh, that's a
Sleeper
dark
one,
horse.
sleeper one.
Dark horse.
I don't understand why people are laughing. It's getting ridiculous.
That's got to be included.
All right, so that's the pod. I appreciate you coming on here. I feel like we wanted to give a good insight on your role here and how you've been here for 3 years and just the whole journey. So I appreciate you coming on here.
Absolutely. I
And-
appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this, man.
No, of course, I appreciate you taking time out of your day. 'Cause, your day is way busier than mine.
I don't know.
Low
about
key.
that. Yeah. I mean, you got. I don't have class anymore, so.
Yeah,
But-
but we appreciate you, and this is the Brotherhood podcast. Tune in later.
Thank you, guys.